This is not like it's coming from the moon, you know. It's only about 50 feet, and we're getting this delayed reaction.
Speaking of hair, though, you know, when I first started in broadcasting, was working for a station in Nashville, and then I moved to Baltimore.
That's when you were an anchor lady?
Yeah, anchor lady. And when I was in Baltimore for a time, I was very young and a weaker woman than I am now. Management came to me one day and they said, your hair is too thick, it's too long, because I thought I was Diana Ross, the Ferris Fawcett Black or somebody. You know?
That was your phase.
Yeah, and they said to me, your hair's too thick, it's too long, your eyes are too far apart, your nose is also too wide, and your chin's too long. And unless you're very secure about yourself, that can hurt your feelings. So really, they sent me to this very shishi-poo-poo la-di-da salon in New York to redo the whole thing. And it's one of those salons where you walk in and they serve you so much wine it doesn't matter what you look like when you go out.
You think you look super.
Super, right. Yeah. And so I said, I do have some sense because I recognize there's a difference between black hair texture and white hair. Mm-hmm. See, you can't do this.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. So I said to them,
you gotta have body to do
yeah, you gotta have something. So I said, do you all do black hair here? And the guy said, oui, madame, we do black hair, we do brown hair, we do blonde hair, we do your hair. And they put a French perm on my black hair, and
didn't take,
it was burning through my cerebral cortex.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there trying to act like it wasn't burning, and finally when I said, it's burning, he said, it's 10 more minutes. And when they took the perm off, I had no hair, just scabs kind of holding my hair. It was terrible, terrible. And you learn a lot about yourself when you're bald.
Yeah, there's something.
Yes, you do.
There's something about when you say you're an anchor person. Apparently, that's very important to stations, that the anchor person have a certain look about them. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh. They said your eyes were too far apart. How would you put your eyes closer together?
It's that ridiculous management. Nobody tells me very much anymore.
I'll bet they don't.
No, they don't.
Hour. You can have your eyes over here. We have to interrupt, as you know how this works, and then we're going to come back and we'll chat a while, as they say.
Of course.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Is that Dad? Yeah.
No, don't sneeze.
Dear God, no.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Don't do it. No.
I'd like to borrow this band. During my shows, people yell at each other.
I just said you got to have a band on your show.
Yeah, during the breaks it'd be great.
Yeah, you had a yeller yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, did you see yesterday?
Yeah. She just said, we were talking about it, and I wasn't going to bring it up, but she just said you realize after you had them on, it probably would have been better if you hadn't put those jerks on.
Yeah, I think ignorance does not need a national platform.
Yeah, and that's all they want.
Yeah.
All they want. It made them give them the importance of themselves that they think, that they have.
We have some good shows coming up. We do have some great shows coming up.
You go into some bizarre things. You make the soap operas look like Heidi.
Yeah, I've heard you talking about it.
I mean, you get albino transsexuals. I mean, wow.
We're not that bad. We're not that bad. The other day, one of my staff members brought up the idea of doing people who are traumatized after weight loss. And I say, what the hell are they traumatized about? I mean, for me who diets for a hobby, can't understand why you'd be upset when you lost it.
Are you on a diet now?
I'm always.
Really?
Always. I'm either on a diet or not, or breaking it.
One of your favorite peeves is people who come up to you and say,
I look just like you. and they're usually about 400 pounds. And it doesn't matter what color they are. And I weigh a lot, but I do not weigh 400 pounds.
No.
So when somebody who weighs 400 pounds comes up to me and says that, and it's fine if you weigh 400 pounds, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't.
You have had such great success the past few years. Mm-hmm. You're known all over this country, at least. You have an income, I'm sure, that must stagger you when you look back when you first started.
Not as much as yours, though.
Well, no. But you did it all in 10 days. So.
No. When I get letters, I tell them to call you and Cosby.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
we all should call Cosby. I mean, you must get up in the morning sometime and think back to the early years when you were grubbing around trying to get going and say, my goodness, I don't believe it.
Yeah, it is wondrous, but I think that I'm very blessed, and I think that we do have a tendency to create our own blessings. I'm not like a lot of people that I do on my show who, once they get successful, then say, I can't understand why this happened to me. Yeah. Because I understand that when I was getting A's in school and working very hard, that's all a part of the process. Yeah. So I don't regret 1 minute of it, and I don't have this fear of failure. I enjoy it.
You make a lot of your own luck too. People say there's a certain amount of luck or in the timing, but you have to make your own.
Yeah. And you know what I did? What I've always thought. You see a lot of people with Rolexes and diamonds and you're out and very showy. But I've always thought about those people who are driving down the street in Benzes. What about their linen closets? Because when you follow them home and look at their towels, they're raveling at the edges.
Yeah.
And that's how you can tell whether a person has really made it. You check out their linen closets. That's